What's up, everybody? Trayvon here with ScenTTalkTV, and today I will be doing a full review on the fragrance from the house of Khadlaj, if I pronounced that fragrance house right. And I got this fragrance from my local Burlington. And that fragrance is from the house of Khadlaj. This is Island Dreams. And this fragrance ran me $35 and some change. Okay, full presentation of this box. You got the concentration right there, name of the house right here, as well as the name of the fragrance and the flanker name of the fragrance. And at the bottom of the box right here, QR code, barcode, and some information right there at the bottom of the box. Name of the house right here. Got the holographic sticker right there with the QR code. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, nothing. On the back, you got the name of the flanker as well as the name of the fragrance. And some information, some ingredients in this little box right here on the back of the box. Also, it has the notes listed at the bottom of the box on the back right here, as well as the name of the house right there. At the top of the box, when you open the box up, you got the name of the house right here. I really do like this bottle. You know, it has like this gradient black to like a frosted glass type of a bottle, which is pretty nice in my opinion. But anyway, you got the name of the house and you got the name of the fragrance as well as the flanker name on the front on this little template right here. On the cap, top of the cap, you got the name of the house. The sticker down here is kind of hard to see. You know, you got the size and concentration right there. And you got the name of the house engraved at the bottom right here. Nothing on the sides of the bottle, nothing on the back. And it is a snug fit, thankfully. And underneath the cap right there, there is nothing. So the atomizer, focus please, there we go, no leakage, so pretty good sign of course. But let's show off the sprayer. A banger of a sprayer, that is. What I get out of this fragrance is a dominant note of grapefruit. The grapefruit that's inside of here is very smooth. It's not challenging, it's not sharp, it's not too aggressive or pungent or anything like that. The grapefruit that's inside of here is very, very smooth. You know, the top note of ginger that's inside of here gives it like a warm, also fresh, spicy, citrusy note that has like this uplifting, sparkly accord on top of that grapefruit, which is amazing. All right, in the top, you got ginger and bergamot. In the mid, you got grapefruit, base notes, musk, and ambroxan. In this fragrance, it's not too much going on. You know, it's kind of simplistic. You know, that ginger and that bergamot is very citrusy up top, fresh, warm, spicy, a little bit of a juicy tartness from that bergamot, a little bit of a zesty lemon lime type of accord that you get from that bergamot. Moving right along into the mid, you just get that grapefruit. That's all you get is grapefruit. But I get grapefruit early on within this fragrance. You know, I don't get it later. It's like very like initial in this fragrance is that grapefruit. The ginger and that grapefruit is like my favorite part in this fragrance. You know, the grapefruit is not, like I said, it's not harsh, not too sharp. The grapefruit and citrusy accords that's inside of this fragrance is very smooth. And I appreciate the ginger and the grapefruit doing its thing smoothly in this fragrance, because this fragrance reminds me of a fragrance that I have raved about in the past. You know, back like a couple of months ago during the holiday season. That is, what's that? Rare Reef. That fragrance right here. I mean, this fragrance right here and Rare Reef are similar to each other when it comes to that citrusy note. I have a lot of people in the comment section telling me that Rare Reef is kind of challenging to them because the citruses that's inside of that fragrance is just booming. Like, it's nauseating, it's sharp, aggressive, it's obnoxious and stuff like that. If you don't like Rare Reef for what I just said, for those factors that I just told you, you would like this one because it basically takes that citrusy DNA of Rare Reef, this one, takes it and smooths it out so much. Mainly because, if I can remember correctly, Rare Reef has a little bit more citrusy notes in Rare Reef. Rare Reef has like a lot of citruses in terms of like the notes that's inside of it. This one only has like grapefruit and a little bit of a fizzy type of a citrus from that ginger is what I'm trying to say. That's warm and spicy. So I'm talking too much. Let's go to the base notes, musk and ambroxan. You know, I don't really get too much of ambroxan. You know, when you think of ambroxan, you think of like, you know, Sauvage, but you know, this is not an ambroxan bomb when it comes to Sauvage. You know, the ambroxan is not too much of a dominant noticeable factor, but what is a noticeable factor in the base is that masculine, dry, dusty musk. Really holds this fragrance together. You know, it doesn't wither away quite fast when it comes to, you know, the freshness, you know, from the top into the mid. As stated before, if you don't like this one because it's too harsh, you would definitely love this one, because this takes what this is and smooths it out, making it a little bit more easy on your nose, and you'll have a little bit more of an easier time wearing it when it comes to those citruses. All right, so when it comes to the performance on this bad boy, it was pretty nice. You know, it was average, wasn't a beast, and it wasn't weak either. I got a solid 5 to 6 hours out of this thing. You know, the projection was good within like the first hour, between an hour and an half, because I oversprayed. Then it set close to the skin after the 3 to 4th hour mark, still giving you a little bit more of a, you know, a sillage, a nice little scent trail that's not beastly, but you can still pick it up. You know, it radiated like, not like past like your intimate area, you know, where you can still pick it up. So the performance is not an issue with this one. It's not beastly and it's not bad either. It's right where it needs to be. When it comes to the age factor on this one, you know, I don't believe this is a overly complicated, you know, factor in fragrance when it comes to the age group. I'm pretty sure that all ages can pull this off. And when it comes to the seasons, definitely spring and summertime. Wintertime, the vibes is not matching up with this in the wintertime and stuff like that. So I will say no to the wintertime. Maybe fall when it's like on warmer days and stuff like that. So spring and summertime, and maybe fall with this one. A little detail that I forgot to show off about the bottle. It has the name of the house on top of the nozzle right there. So my bad. Okay, my final thoughts on Khadlaj's, if I pronounced that right, Island Dreams. I adore this fragrance, even though it is a little bit more smoother and slightly weaker than Rare Reef, which Rare Reef is always going to be on the top compared to this one. But like I said, if you don't like Rare Reef because of the citrusy factor that it has that's just overbearing, you will enjoy this one. You should definitely get this in your collection because it's a banger in my opinion. So that's all that I have for ScenTTalkTV, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed and have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.